Hey everyone, Thornton Smash here, Resident Apex Predator, and today I'm going to be going over a couple of the buffs and nerfs that Respawn is planning for Season 8 for some of our favorite legends. They're going to include Wattson, Wraith, Revenant, and a few others, so get ready. We're going to go ahead and start off with Wraith right here. So to kick things off with Wraith, I want to go ahead and first say that she has been the #1 pick legend for quite a long time. However, she has recently been knocked off that list by Apex Legends' newest legend, Horizon. So Wraith is falling back down a little bit, but back in November, Respawn did say they want to get her under control. However, they don't want to mess with her kit anymore, as they feel that the wind up on the tactical is okay and her portal getting destroyed within the ring is a good balance for her. So if you look in the top left, you'll actually see what Respawn is planning. This is a quote from them. They say, with Wraith, our approach is going to be very similar to Pathfinder. We're going to take a look at her hitboxes and see how much wiggle room we have there. With Pathfinder, it turned out that we had so much, that was a 20% increase in hitbox size. So obviously Wraith is much harder to find that wiggle room, as she is a much smaller character model than Pathfinder, but I would expect that they are going to increase it at least 10% or so, and she's no longer going to be the hardest to hit legend right up there with a lifeline. So do keep that in mind, that if you're going to continue to play Wraith in the future, you're no longer going to have that feeling of just everyone missing their shots on you. So the next legend that's going to go ahead and get a nerf is the one that I just mentioned, that is Horizon, who overtook Wraith's spot as the #1 most picked legend. And for those of you who are aware, during the Fight Night event, her tactical gravity lift did receive a nerf because players felt that she could just go up there and it was a get out of free jail card. So that has been nerfed. Respawn did this mainly so that people could not use Horizon simply to go up in the air and then aim down the sights constantly and spam it while popping off a shield battery to avoid being hit. But they do want to take this a step further rather than just a cooldown nerf. They're looking at her move speed well on her tactical and acceleration well on that, to see if we can at least turn her into a bit more of a sitting duck if she chooses to sit on top of it. This would be a pretty big nerf for her, because not only would your tactical lift you right up into the air and no longer can you use a battery to heal, but now you are a giant beacon for everyone in the area to be like, hey, look at this Horizon sitting up here. She can't do anything to defend herself. Hit her with a Kraber shot. So that would be a little unfortunate. Respawn has come out and said that they looked at the Pathfinder nerfs they've done in the past, and that instead of fixing their kit, they will go ahead and just make their hitboxes bigger. I don't know how big of a fan of that I am. I don't think that the way to fix the game is necessarily like, hey, we'll just make this hitbox bigger so that they die quicker. I don't think that changes the legend's abilities enough to make it more fair, but if that's what they decide to do, they're the developer. But those are some things you can look forward to with Horizon, or not forward to, depends on how you look at it. Next up is going to be our man, the best third-party legend in all of Apex Legends in my opinion, and that's my boy Revenant. Now, Apex Legends developers have said that they don't plan on giving Revenant a buff in Season 8, but that could also always change. They went ahead and reverted the caustic buff. They are looking at possibilities of how they can improve his kit. In the top left, you'll see a quote from Respawn where they say, "We've been struggling to find a good buff for Revenant. I don't think we properly discussed just shrinking his hitboxes to give him power without making him more frustrating. I'll bring it up in our balance roundtable." So I just mentioned this with Horizon, but I'm not a huge fan of shrinking or making bigger hitboxes for legends as a way of balancing them out. I feel that doesn't make their abilities any more or less competitive. And the problem with this is, if you make Revenant harder to hit, my god, is he going to be a nightmare. With the totem allowing him to do second chances, it's going to be hard enough to kill him the first time, then he's going to come back at you at a second time, and you're still going to miss a lot of your shots on him. I don't think these are great balance options, but do let me know in the comments, because some of you may like hitbox changes. I could be wrong. This is just my personal preference. And the last legend I have to go over today is actually going to be Wattson. Now, Wattson, I did a prior video on where developers were saying they're not planning on changing anything with her kit, because the problem with Wattson is she has a very high win rate, one that climbs aggressively with skill. So basically, if you're a good player, you can get a lot out of her, and that public players are just going to have to learn to get better with her. I'm not sure that may be the greatest mindset to have. You're going to turn off a lot of mid-tier to lower level players from even trying to pick up and learn her kit, because they would rather win with a more ready now legend like Gibraltar, which is a whole other issue in of itself. Some players have actually suggested putting a toggle function on Wattson's security fences. I actually think this is a very unique and fun idea. It would be allowing you to launch surprise attacks when teams step over those barriers, and it would be a very fun way to buff her character but still not make her overpowered. Respawn has said they are going to consider taking this and making something out of it. So we'll see if they actually do anything in Season 8 in regards to a toggle option on or off for Wattson's fences. that's going to be my video today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, drop a like and subscribe. I try to save this to the end so that if you just want the news and information, you've got that right there at the beginning. If you do have any opinions on the hitboxes or any of these buffs or nerfs, do also let me know in the comments below. I'm always interested in hearing your guys' opinion, and I will respond to every single comment. I hope you enjoyed it once again, and until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.